Guitar denoise specifically targets the most common types of problem noises found in guitar recordings: amp hum and buzz, finger squeaks, the noises that result from the player's hands sliding up and down the fretboard, and excessive pick noise. The three sections can be run independently or together. The amp section is sort of like dehum, but tuned for the kind of brighter buzz often produced by amps, especially when the gain is turned up. It's meant to be used on steady-state hum or buzz. The module has to learn what the noise sounds like to be able to identify it in the track. You'd select a section of the track that consists of only the buzz and hit Learn. Sensitivity adjusts the aggressiveness of the noise removal, and while resolution should work fine at the default lowest setting, it can be raised if the buzz has a lot of unusually strong higher harmonics. The pick section is intended to reduce sharp pick sounds, softening the attacks. It's basically a targeted compressor. Sensitivity determines how the processor detects pick noise, and reduction sets the amount of attenuation of the pick portion of the notes. The attack slider determines how quickly the gain reduction is applied. Higher values clamp down more aggressively on the initial attacks. With overall higher settings, the pick processor can take a guitar part played with a pick and almost make it sound like it was finger-picked. Squeak looks to reduce the often intrusive sounds that result from the player's hands sliding up and down the fretboard, especially when the guitar track has had compression applied. Once again, the sensitivity setting determines what's recognized as a squeak. Too low a setting will miss some of the noises, while too high a setting may identify parts of some notes as squeaks and unintentionally attenuate them. Of course, reduction dials up the amount of attenuation. Since squeaks are a normal part of a guitar performance, the best results will probably be achieved by setting reduction to lower the levels of squeaks, rather than by trying to eliminate them altogether. The same strategy often applied to breath noises between phrases in a vocal track. I threw a torture test recording at the squeak section, a nice bright acoustic guitar where the squeaks were overly prominent even when the part was heard in the mix. As expected, Squeak didn't completely eliminate those noises, but with the controls set just a little higher than their default settings, it did a good job of reducing the sliding sounds to a much more appropriate level, quiet enough not to draw undue attention while still sounding natural. Next up, another module that deals with a common recording issue: debleed.